I hope you enjoy. If you can leave your workspace, move to a beautiful spot where you can relax. Maybe you step outside and take me with you, or just try to decompress some way. So, I really like to move away from a workstation so that it feels a little different and allows you to be distraction free, hopefully. Come on back with me. I say, come on back. I'm moving back in my space. And I love for you to sit as close to the floor as possible. It doesn't even have to be a fancy setup of any kind. I just took a cushion off the couch and took what I think is a very cozy blanket and set it on top. And I prefer to sit cross-legged as I practice breathing and meditation. But you are welcome to find any way that's comfy for you as long as you don't get too drowsy. So we do want to try to find a long, erect spine without it being rigid. Therefore, you can lie. You can push yourself up against a wall. I like the floor, the middle of the floor, because it helps you build up your core strength. When we're seated for this length of time, you may notice in the beginning as you start to practice, your back gets really tired. But the more you practice, the stronger you will become. So get comfy. You're welcome to also walk. If you can put me in your ears and just walk around, that's a wonderful way to find some time to disconnect. And remember that if you found a position and you become uncomfortable at any time, do take a moment to readjust yourself. We really want to be able to settle in. And when we feel distracted by tingling or numbness, it can divert our attention. So take all the time you need to resort yourself anytime. Once you have arrived, let's stretch very tall. No matter where you are, reach your arms up and overhead. Clasp your hands and try to press the heels of your hands together, knuckles to sky. Are you able to drop your shoulders down? Just take a little tick-tock through your side bodies, leaning to one side and leaning through the other, just as it feels good. Come back to the center here and flip your palms. Let's stretch out our wrists. We're going to flip our palms to the sky. I don't know about you, but I'm hearing snaps, crackles, and pops in my joints, which is nice, organically creating some space there. Try to pull your pinkies and your thumbs down towards your crown of head. And then take another little tick-tock, but can you reach a little bit forward this time, sending the sensation lower? Come back to the center. Reach hands down behind you, but while you find the ground or the chair, whatever is behind you, circle your hands all the way around. Pause in a hover and circle them the other direction. When you get behind you, if you have a chair, you can grab it. If there's space, you can clasp your hands again, just like we started with. Optionally, holding forearms if that feels better for your joints. Stretch your chest up and open your throat to the sky. Now, while you're here, you may want to move your chin a little bit. Maybe you open your jaw and wiggle your bottom jaw. You can squint your eyes closed really tight, smush them, and then bulge them open for a little stretch in your facial features. Wiggle your nose, squeeze your cheekbones, move your mouth and your lips, and then slowly release. Come back forward, resting your hands wherever they feel nice. Typically, if we're looking to settle, ground our energy, we can press our palms down anywhere. You can press them onto your belly or your heart as well. But if you're looking to bring in energy, you can turn your palms to the sky. You can cup them in your hands or cup them in your hips, So whatever feels good in your body, there's no wrong way. You have arrived. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you and thank you for joining us today. Options with your eyes. I think about our eyes being the window to the world. So we like to shut that out a bit so that we can practice coming within. Option to close your eyes completely. It feels so nice. Noticing that all the distractions have just disappeared. Or if that doesn't feel entirely comfortable, what I do is I look down the bridge of my nose and I focus on a still one spot, an unmoving spot on the ground or wherever you are in your space, on the floor, the carpet, whatever it may be. Once you arrive, close your eyes about 3/4 of the way so your eyelashes kind of connect and they get really blurry in the vision of your eyes. unfocused, another great way to disconnect without completely closing your eyes. Wherever you have arrived, tuck your chin back a bit towards your throat, lengthening the back of your neck, and try to pull a little bit like someone has a hold of the top of your ears and they're tugging side to side, lifting you up very tall. Settle deeply through your shoulders. And I'd like to offer you some sentences that you're either, I would love for you to repeat them with me. You can join me in saying them for the second time, or maybe you just bring them into your body and see if they resonate with you. If they feel like they aren't resonating with you, we'll try them again at the end and see how we made a difference in our settling today. I don't have to be doing something to feel worthy. That's a good reminder for us. I don't have to be doing something to feel worthy. Feel free to say it out loud. You're all on mute. The peace of this moment is enough. The peace of this moment is enough. Every breath is a gift. We know that's true. That's why we're here today. We woke up, thank goodness, because of our amazing breath. But to be able to focus on it is the bigger gift. So I'm going to change the second time we say that sentence. Presence in my breath is a gift. Presence is much more rewarding than overall productivity. Don't shy away from me on that one. I know what you're thinking. Everyone wants to be productive and efficient and successful and get things done. Of course we do. But the way we become more so is by being fully immersed, fully present in what we're doing. Presence is much more rewarding than productivity. All right, as we meditate, we'll try those again and see if maybe we've changed our feelings or thoughts about any of them. Remember, my friends, that our differences are what make us beautiful and unique. When we breathe and meditate together, we become one. In solidarity, we are practicing to better ourselves together, to make ourselves the very best versions. Mindful breathing requires just for us to pay open attention to our breath, exactly as it is. So we're not attaching any stories or judgments to our breath. We're just practicing breathing together. Now that you've gotten comfortable, re-ensure that your back is straight and your body, the rest of it, feels as relaxed as possible, like it's falling heavily as a blanket would over the back of a couch, really settling in deeply here. Grounding ourselves with our eyes softening, sitting a bit more heavy back in our sockets. And then just taking notice of the room around you. You don't need to reopen your eyes for this practice. What does the air feel like against your skin? Notice the temperature in the room, or if there's any movements of air around you. How does the earth, your flooring, whatever you're on, feel beneath your feet, your backside, wherever your body is resting? Drawing your attention to the natural rhythm of your breath. And I say natural because I'm asking you to try not to force breath. Just notice where you are without trying to change or control anything. We're simply practicing observation, exactly as your breath is moving in this present moment. So you might notice the pace of your breath, the depth of your breath. It may shift as you practice, and we will allow whatever happens to happen. Simply hold your focus on each individual in-breath and out-breath. And also see if you can train your attention to observe that tiny little pause in between both the in and the out movements, and then in between the out and the in movements. So we all probably have a lot of experience creating to-do lists. I'm asking you to change that today and create a to-be list. If you like to journal as you meditate, you're welcome to write this down, or you can just think about it in your head. Think of ways that you hope to be, maybe a meditation goal, ways that you hope to feel in the future. I'll give you some examples, especially if you're new to meditation and you're not sure, well, how will I feel with practice? So you might feel happy. You might feel very aligned, very in tune. You might feel fulfilled. I really hope that you feel centered, calm, and content after your practices. So we do this in order to practice the art of presence. Being grateful and present requires hard work. That's why I will always refer to our meditations as a practice. There are a lot of intricacies, and every day, every second of every day that you practice, it feels different and new because it is. We're going to take in a big inhalation together, breathing as one here, full of trust. And as you exhale, maybe you open your mouth or just breathe through your nose, releasing any anxiety. Now, I said that like it was easy. I want you to understand that when we practice releasing, we can't expect to walk away here fresh as a daisy every time. Maybe we're just holding space for that anxiety, the tension, the perceived negativity that we would like to shed. And maybe we're able to just let it go layer by layer, cell by cell, little by little. Maybe we hold space for it and it doesn't change, but we're here to just be. So if possible, breathe in again. Calm, peace, and stillness. And as you exhale, any thoughts or feelings of discomfort or tension, a little bit of anxiety if possible, releasing what is no longer serving us. Feeling your body settle into a calm state of presence. And as we continue paying attention to these cycles, this beautiful in, an amazing out, we might notice that we begin to feel a bit more confident. Maybe not. Maybe we just feel a bit more alive. Who knows how you're going to feel, but I guarantee you'll feel better, more whole, more complete in some way as you continue this work, focusing on your breath. Long, slow breaths in. Maybe there's an extra little puff at the top. Can you breathe in again? And then an even slower exhalation. Releasing just a bit of uncertainty if you can. Breathing in safety and security. And feeling okay and at ease with whatever may arise, whatever may happen as you practice. We have no control over the future. Releasing the need for control. Becoming one with our breath, becoming in tune with our breath, noticing, feeling it, sensing it, being present with it will keep us feeling calm and centered. So as we bring in this new vitality, new energy, and allow yourself to really connect within, we might be able to settle into a deeper place, a more grounded, calm place, inside where thoughts begin to slow down. I love the feeling of being anchored, being really grounded deeply here in this present moment. And then you might feel as you breathe in that you're swimming around in this vast space. Maybe there's silence. Maybe it's just really calm and serene. A deep sense of peace and calm, hopefully, as you become connected and feel connected to your breath. When we practice together, we have a long period of time with 27 minutes. But as we practice, we don't need as much time to develop and maintain this connection. Hopefully, with practice, we're able to really slip in. If we have 5 minutes between meetings, we can slip in to that breath practice Bring in something that we are deserving of and very worthy of, and release something that is no longer serving us, bringing a sense of calm. Allow it to wash over you. Hopefully, you're also noticing a sensation of feeling a bit lighter and brighter after some layers of tension have begun to melt away. This breath practice, we call it pranayama, moving the energy and the breath through our body, is vital to our well-being, our overall reduction and management of stress and anxiety. And it's such an amazing gift to have it with us at all times. Our only job is just to become present with it, to improve our overall well-being, to move into ease and away from dis-ease. Our prana, our movement of breath and energy and life force, dictates our digestion, our elimination, our expression, our creativity, our circulation, everything in our world. So it's just amazing to be able to focus on it and better everything that we do. So the quality, the efficiency, the quantity, slowing down our breaths, making them a little longer and quieter. The general relationship we have with our breath impacts our overall health tremendously. So you might notice symptoms of anxiety if you're feeling a little disturbed or agitated, restless. Maybe you're feeling heart palpitations. That's a sure sign that we're dealing with anxiety. Then we need to settle into our breath. When your prana, your breath, and your energy are feeling flowing, calm, and grounded, you'll notice that you're feeling pretty clear and creative, maybe even inspired mentally. So investing the time to build this relationship, in my opinion, one of the most important relationships in the world, taking care of ourselves first, taking the time, investing the time, taking the opportunity we have to build this relationship with the power of our breath can help us get through any moment. It can help us warm up, wake up, stimulate. It can also help us settle down, cool off, and calm ourselves. It's pretty amazing. Providing our bodies with oxygen is required for us to function optimally. But since it occurs so naturally, thankfully, we often forget to offer it the appreciation and tenderness it deserves. So that's why we're here today, to practice the gratitude, filling ourselves up, embracing this newfound, maybe the continued practice of breath awareness. And we start to see, and hopefully feel how not only our breath nourishes our physical body, it's literally essential to living, but mindful breathing can soothe and heal our emotional bodies, our mental spaces, our spiritual bodies too. Positively impacts our thoughts, our mood. I always feel boosted after a few breaths. Helps our brain power. It enhances our quality of sleep. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's such a great practice. So let's breathe whole body breathing today. Allow yourself to feel really upright and balanced side to side. If you tend to lean into one side, just readjust. No judgment. Remember, we're just here to notice, be present, observe, and just make some little mindful switches if we need. Very alert yet relaxed. Taking this big full body breath in. So I like to envision a jellyfish. I know that can be a little freaky for some people, but a jellyfish moves in all different directions. It really looks like it's using its entire being to breathe as it moves. So think about that, opening and then releasing. Full breaths in and long breaths out, and really allow your breath to move your body. as you inhale and exhale, recognizing that there's no need to do anything in particular, no need to control the breath. You're just really allowing it to be. And as you breathe in, imagine your whole body. So I love visuals. So I start by going through my body, from my toes up through my legs, and I see all those areas literally inflating. If you don't like a jellyfish, maybe you could think about like a balloon, a helium balloon opening and then closing as it deflates. Something to really make you feel bigger. And then a little bit softer and more relaxed as you exhale. Feeling it through your fingers, through your arms, whole body, so everything is moving. Maybe not physically or literally moving, but we are seeing and feeling our skin puffing up, our hair follicles opening. Maybe our hair is even standing on end and then softening back down. And another visual, if you like birds, is wings. I love to envision our back bodies opening so big, they're spreading these massive wings behind us. And then as we exhale, sinking back down, retracting our wings back into our bodies. Perhaps noticing the expansion as you breathe in and settling, releasing as you breathe out. At the very bottom of your next exhale, allow yourself to settle into that bit of stillness, that tiny, perfect pause. Repeating your breath cycle. And on one of these next cycles, can you do the same in between your inhalation and your exhalation? Notice that tiny pause of perfect stillness. Settling back into a natural rhythm of breath, noticing how your body's moving. And as you're beginning this whole body breathing, you're moving through your body, can you focus your attention, let it linger on any particular spots that yearn for release, yearn for support. Maybe they're always a bit cranky or tight. And if you can't envision well, as long as you can reach it, you can put your hands on that body part. Maybe it's your heart, maybe it's your emotional space, maybe it's your brain, your mind. Wherever you need a little extra support, hold your attention or your hands there. And as you breathe in, are you able to envision a beautiful white or golden light supporting that area? Breathe it in. I like to envision a golden light, and I envision it really warm, just holding that spot. It's a radiant light. It enters your body and sends energy to anything, any space, any area that's calling for extra attention today. Hold that nourishing light for a brief second or more if you can. And as you exhale, that light releases some of the tension. It just pulls it away from your muscles, your mind, your bones, your organs, whatever is ready to release. So you can continue that visual in that same spot as many times as need be, or move it to different areas. It's just nice to have our visuals so we can really stay present with the practice of moving breath, pausing between the two, allowing it to sweep what's no longer serving us away. And we're beginning to wind down our formal practice together. Keep breathing, but I would like to remind you that we don't have to reserve our breath practice for moments like these, a set time to start and finish meditation. We can practice quote unquote meditation or breathing, presence, mindfulness in unconventional settings as well, especially now that we're moving back into a more normal way of life. If you're back in a commute, you're waiting in line at the grocery store, you're walking or running somewhere, you're drifting off or waking up from sleep, Mindful breathing exercises can be explored in any setting. So let's take with us this whole body breath technique. Whether you have another 27 minutes or 27 seconds to spare, we can begin to commit to this practice every single day. When you're ready to begin leaving the formal practice, we'll take a little wiggle through our bodies. If you can wiggle your toes and then your fingers, maybe move through your ankles if you can, and your wrists. Let's finish just like we started, taking a huge breath up to the sky, re-lengthening your spine. And as you bring your hands down through your heart center, now that we've practiced breaths, I'd like to repose those statements to you from earlier and see how they resonate with you now. I don't have to be doing something in order to feel worthy. The peace of this moment is enough. Each breath is a gift. Presence is much more rewarding than productivity. Kudos to you. Hopefully you feel that you can really embrace those statements after our practice today. Take a little bow, tucking chin towards chest, pulling from the back of your ears up so you maintain this beautiful, confident posture throughout the day. I challenge you to practice at least one more time today, your whole body mindful breathing. My light honors yours. I bow to you in dedication to your practice. Thank you for allowing me to lead you, and namaste, my friend.